Greetings. I'm so sorry that I haven't been on here for quite a while. I've been having a lot of stress and anxiety. Also, I've recently, just yesterday, had surgery right through here, so that caused some of my stress and anxiety. What happened? Cancer. You need to get your moles and stuff checked. Something pops up on you that you don't know. I did not see this, but I go regularly because I had another one happen here and on top of my head and a couple other places. So I knew to keep getting checked, and I finally got a doctor over here in Nevada that said, okay, what do you need to have done? And I said, I need to be checked for cancer spots on my skin. And so he said, okay, and he had to write me a referral. Okay, so I got that done. Also, I have been, at the same time I wrote this book, I was writing this book. That's another reason why the other one took 10 years. This one also took about that long because I put this one on hold basically because it was in chunks and pieces and it had to be organized. And so that's what I went through. This is a sample book, but it's now on Amazon like the other one is. And it's about my healing journey, but I'm very mindful about how I describe what happened. It's through poetry and short stories. Not that they're true to life. My short stories are fictional, but here's what I did. Took characters from the trauma that I've experienced that caused my trauma, wrote about them in stories that dealt with them. You understand? So this is a combination of both. It's a little bit about me. It's a little bit about my history, the struggles, not every single thing, but that basically I want to say that we all have trauma. We all experience trauma. It could be small, whatever it is. I'm not going to name things because that invalidates. That's my perspective on what's small, medium, and large, and whatever yours is yours, your truth and your reality, you see? So the healing goes with that, whatever's healing time for me is based on my experiences. Whatever the healing time is for you or somebody else is based on what you've experienced. So a therapist basically learns about all people and put us under one category, mentally ill, and and labels us also over trauma. So this is telling you we're all individuals. Our trauma's individually done to us, the amount of time, whatever happened. It could be something even like this or whatever, like I've already said. So I'm not going to go on and on and on. But this is the new book, and I had a little trouble naming it, so please forgive me. It's called I Am Witch Nikki Jo Starflower, and this is how childhood trauma turned me into an author. Big. Basically, I am Nikki Jo Starflower, and this is how I became an author. I call myself an author. An author, because if you've written a book like this, you're an author. So, let's get started again, shall we? I believe that where we left off was Kamaka, the news reporter, had gone to the Smithsonian to talk to Professor Danny. And now if I already read this part, forgive me, but I'm going to go ahead and start here because that's where I had the bookmark. Sorry. So I'm going to start there, and if I have, then at least you'll be connected and refreshed of what it is. It's just a small bit. Teterboro Airport, 9:15 p.m. Sir, someone is raising her voice. I wake up and find my face is flushed. Must be a Japanese Asian thing. My face feels like I have that reddish glow I usually get from drinking a lot, more than one glass. Another voice, a male, is now calling me by name. Mr. Kamaka, sir, we have landed. I pull myself out of being attacked in my dream and wake up, apologize, grab my things, and leave. I think actually I did do that one, but that's okay. Like I said, we'll catch up. We'll catch up. Reporting to Dr.Ambers. That's the new chapter. This one was marked 11, so I believe this one will be marked 12. Keiko, are you all right? I saw the news. Did you get hurt? I assured her that I did not get hurt, but I am feeling like I am coming down with something. I have a small pain on my hand, like a bite or something. I must have gotten bit by something. When I came to, Dr. Ambers had bandaged up my hand. She looked very solemn. What is it? I was feeling very feverish and stiff, but then realized we were in a dark, cool place, and I was strapped to the bed. Star, what the hell? Listen to me. I have to talk to you fast before this affects you while you are still you. Something did bite you, not a human, but something. I have to take precautions to see if it passes, or if you changed, I nearly yelled. I think I am infected, whatever killed him. I pointed with my chin toward Ian on the other bed and a few feet away. It is possible we have to wait. Did you eat anything the night that made you ill? No. Calm down, I have to ask. We are in the basement below the morgue. This one is old and used for storage. No one comes here. I am conducting research and trials to find a cure. If you are infected, I will take care of you here and try to find a cure. Everything has been closed down by the CDC and the government, and no one knows about this here. I look at her and pass out. Transference continues. The unseen outbreak. I want to leave this there. Bear Swamp Road, Susquehanna, PA, 6 a.m. Mr. Khowerly's point of view. Mrs. Khowerly has always been a nag. I do not know why I have stayed with her 56 long years. I have nowhere else to go. This is my house. I've been in my family since 1832. Anyway, who wants a gray-haired old man with ED? And I'm not talking about no goddamn blue pills either. I pour my own coffee after 56 years. You'd think she would get it right. 2 sugars and 1 cream. But I swear to God, she always puts 4 sugar and 2 creams. Charlie. Oh, fuck. Here comes nag number 1 of the day. Are you going to fix them steps? Charlie Khowerly. As if I did not know my own goddamn name. Are you going to fix them steps? Or do I need to get Ned over here to do it? Get Ned. Suck his goddamn cock while you're at it. Yes, dear, I will get on it as soon as I drink my goddamn coffee and have some toast, and you old fart. Have my breakfast. Nag number 2 in 3, 2, 1. You call that breakfast? Shit fire. That is not even a goddamn snack. No wonder you're as skinny as a rail and your dick. You're as skinny as a rail and your dick is as small as a pencil. I take a jar of the natural honey from our bees. Nag number 3. And don't get that sticky honey all over the counter. I trail the honey dipper from the jar over my toast, dripping the honey all over the counter. Bitch. What did you say? Nothing. Okay, well, I'm off to church. Clean up after your heathen self and make sure you get to fixing the steps. The porch door slams shut. Finally, some peace and quiet. I do not mind church so much. I am not a churchgoer because I love my peace and quiet, and when she goes in to repent for all her sins, it gives me 3 hours of peace and quiet. I always laugh at the fact that she repents on Sundays, and before the sun goes down on Sunday night, she is a total bitch again. I actually sit in the quiet of my own home and eat my honey-soaked toast, drink my 2 and 1 coffee, and I fart. Yes, even she nags on my ass about farting. Life is good 3 hours every Sunday. I have work to do on our 2 cows and 12 chickens and a field of broccoli, potatoes, and strawberries, squash, corn, and onions. What else does a retired man supposed to do? Vegetate? LOL. It was an old joke between my buddies and I down at the pub. They got tired of it 2 years ago, but it's still a joke and I'm keeping it. I hear some voices out in the barn where our 2 cows are, so I head out there. I see the barn is open slightly and wonder if Mrs. Khowerly got up early and took care of things before I got up. She's always called me Charlie or Mr. Khowerly as if she was mad. Khowerly if she was mad, or Charlie Khowerly if she wanted to fix something. I always called her Mrs. Khowerly no matter what. I knew her name, but Mabel just set my nerves raw. When we met, she asked me to call her Jane, her middle name. I did for a while, but it just did not seem right, her calling me Mr. Khowerly all the time. A strange quiet has greeted me inside the barn. My old eyes are not what they were long ago, plus the bright sun makes me blind as my eyes adjust to the dark of the barn. I open both doors wider for more light. To my shock, my eyes began to make out the outline of two cows, Thelma and Louise, lying down and blood everywhere. I stood a second. They were slaughtered by someone or something. Best as I could make out, all their innards were missing. What the fuck? Jesus fucking Christ. What the devil? I turned. I turned when I heard a shuffle, but before I could do anything, I was grabbed and bit. I turned. Some bitch, I declared as I came face to face with whatever the fuck it was. It too was covered in blood. I imagined from Thelma and Louise, which got me more livid than a cocksucker in a hen house full of hens. I held the pitchfork over my head and shoved it right into the chest of this thing. It looked all like a postman to be exact, now that my eyes were wide open in anger and fear. Mr. Mailman did not do anything but try to lunge at me even more, his arms flinging like they were trying to put out fires on his hands. I pulled it back out and thrust it back into his lower abdomen. Still nothing. It just made him madder. His postal bag was still on his shoulder, and the mail fell out all over the bloody barn. I pushed him back into the wall and closed the door. I head back to the house to make a call to 911, but as soon as I entered the house, I fell and hit my head. I came down a little while after that and I came to a little while after that, feeling confused and dizzy. I headed upstairs to lay down. I forgot to call 911. I got up the stairs and lay down, a mess on her clean quilted bed she and the church ladies made a few years ago. She'll be pissed, but I did not care. My head spun like being on the roundup at the country fair back when I was young. The room goes dark. 11 a.m. Oh, for God's sakes. Mrs. Dowry's point of view. I love this Sunday's sermon, Ecclesiastes 9:5. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing, and they have no more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Pastor Phillips is a glorious preacher. His sermons always lively and fill my heart with joy. I am a sinner, coming home and hating every second of my life with Charlie. I must repent today, make it up to him, make his favorite lunch, supper, and honey strawberry pie. Yes, indeed, I must repent. I am singing as my heart is rejoiceful and still with the Spirit of the Lord. I step into the house and immediately know something is amiss. I walk in and see dirty, muddy footprints on the wooden floors, and all the Spirit of the Lord leaves me. Oh, for God's sake, Mr. Khowerly, what have you done to my hickory floors? I am livid, but I may take a second to ask the good Lord to forgive me for my actions as I head upstairs to find what has happened to my floors. I get upstairs and the bed is a damn mess. What, for Christ's sakes? Mr. Khowerly, you answer me this instant. What happened to my floors and bed? I look closer and it seems to be blood on the quilt the church ladies made. Charles Buford Khowerly, when I get my hands on you, I start to take the quilt off. I need to get it cleaned as soon as possible. It still looks wet. I turn to go down to the basement and bump right into the piece of work I am married to. Well, it is about time you showed up. The quilt is huge blocks. The quilt is huge and blocks my view, so I do not see what stands before me now is a very sickly looking man. We collided into each other because he does not get out of my way. What the hell are you trying to say? I put the blanket on the floor between us. I recognize the clothes are Charlie's, but his face is pale and very sickly looking. Charlie, what is going on with you? He does not reply in words, just in some sort of growling and snarling. Charlie, you do not look well. I reach out for him and he grabs my hand and begins to bite, not chew on me. No, chew on me. Sorry, guys. Ouch, damn it, Charlie. What the hell? I swat his hand and that makes him bite down harder. Ah! I scream. He rips off 2 fingers and blood pours onto my quilt. Our house is on 4 acres of land, and there is 1 acre between us and the neighbors on either side, so I am sure that they have not heard my screams. I try to push him off me. I grab the bedside table lamp and crash it over his head. He gets mad and reaches my other hand, and I pull back, slapping him with all my might. He tips backward, and I pushed past him to run down the stairs, run to the kitchen, and pick up the phone hanging on the wall. Dial 911. 911, what's your emergency? My husband has gone mad. He has bitten me. Not just bit me, but tore off 2 of my fingers. Ma'am, excuse me, did you say tore off 2 fingers? Yes, goddammit. Ma'am, calm down and we will send an ambulance and the sheriffs. Now tell me what brought this on. Never mind never mind that. Did you hear me? He bit off my fingers. I hear his shuffling footsteps coming closer and his growling. He is coming after me. Please hurry, I yell into the phone. He reaches out for me and I move back, bump into the table, and he pins me there and pulls at me. The receiver of the phone is hanging there. Ma'am. I hear someone call out to me. Whatever Charlie is bites me again, and I scream out, ah! He keeps biting me and ripping into my stomach, and the pain knocks me out. Blackness swallows my vision as the room shrinks into a dark, painful oblivion. Well, I'm going to stop there for now. I'm going to mark this as 12. And then I'm going to come back and do another one. Because it's been a while. So I want to try to catch up. I'm going to be okay. This here, it does hurt a bit. But it's normal. My doctor called me last night to check and make sure that I was okay. Which I was very surprised about. And so let me get this posted and then I'll be right back. So this is 12. The next one will be 13. Thanks for being here. Thanks for waiting patiently.